So like a lot of stress, a lot of fear, a lot of time, a lot of energy can be spent around the things we want to say to the outside world and maybe just don't know how to say them. Relationships break up over it, businesses end for it, friendships split, often because we just don't know how to say it. So a lot of time can be spent around thinking the question, here's what I see, how am I going to say it? And one thing that's helped me lately is when I notice my mind is kind of doing this and it's spinning around, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? What I've been doing lately is stopping right there when I notice it and just going, well, regardless of what I could say or want to say, how do I want to feel when I say it? So I'm a manager and I'm a coach at my work, and I think about different interactions with people I work with. And so when I'm thinking about a conversation that I might have the following day, sometimes that can cause a little bit of stress, for sure. And what's been really helping is as soon as I process and I move out of what do I want to say, and I simply switch to a place that says, regardless of what is said, how do I want to feel when I say it? So I'll picture the conversation. I'll picture I might say XYZ, and then they might respond XYZ. There's a wonderful book that Ari and I read on a road trip some years ago, and it talked about a Christmas tree, and it talked about the star at the top of the Christmas tree. And it said when you're having a conversation that maybe you imagine the other person might respond a certain way or in a way that you don't like, it said picture a Christmas tree, that you're the stem heading up to the star on the top, and when you bring up the conversation and say the thing or bring up the awareness, they're probably going to respond way out, like the first bow of the branch, way wide. And then you come back to center, you listen to them, you reflect, and you share it again. And they respond further out. And it's kind of like the Fibonacci. It goes way out, way out. And this book said prepare for 12 rounds of the other person going through defenses, deflections, projections, excuses, denial, whatever. Just picture 12 rounds. And it will get closer and closer and closer and closer. Another book I read said, I really wish I could give you who this person was, because this has impacted me for 20 years now. And it said, you can say anything to anybody with the right tone and at the right time, and it will be received. So that quote is kind of like a shift from what am I going to say? And I think a lot of stress is created in all the time spent trying to figure out just the right way to word it. The journaling, the voice memoing, like it feels like a martial art judo process of trying to figure out what am I going to say, what am I going to say, and it can create a lot of stress. What are they going to say? What are they going to say? And instead shifting to, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what I say. What matters is how I want to feel the entire time I'm having the conversation. So I will close my eyes and picture what I want to feel, whether it's strong, whether it's calm, whether it's confident, whether it's kind. Lately for me, the word has just been soft. I want to feel softness in my voice, in my body, in my eye contact. I just want to feel softness. And I think if I can stay there, and if I can picture being soft, so I'll try to picture the conversation, and I will picture the whole Christmas tree process, and maybe it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and I will just picture staying, what would it look like? What would Yuri look like if he stayed soft, kind, fair, truthful, confident, calm, the whole time? And then I picture us hugging at the end. I picture exchanging good words. I picture the outcome. That's the star on top of the tree. I'm like, so that's what I see. That's where we're going. That's what my emotions and my imagination is committed to. So now I can let it go the way it needs to go. And now I have all this space, all this preparation, and all this energy for the process until it gets close to the star on top. So if you're dealing with some stress, if you've had some built up resentment, emotions, negativity, if something's bringing you fear, and you have just a conversation, you just fucking know you need to have it with a partner, with a worker, with a child, with a friend. Take that conversation that maybe you've been spinning for years, maybe you've been spinning it for months, maybe it's been rolling around in you for days, but those things build up and they slow us down and they just make us weighed down. So shift out just for a minute. Try it for a few minutes. Try to shift. I think I want to say it. However, find the right time and then just say it in the right way. And we can say it in the right way if we can connect to even beforehand and feel the emotion in our body. Pick any word you want. I want to be happy. I want to be cool. I want to be kind. I want to be gentle, truthful, compassionate, fair, strong, confident, calm. Pick a word. That's what I want to feel. And just sit with it until you feel it. Close your eyes and breathe with it until you feel it. And when your body feels that feeling, you'll feel this internal, aha, I get it, there it is. So give that a try. Hope it helps.